Hi, my name's Steve. Welcome aboard my narrowboat home, Moorland Rose. Please join me as I take a slow boat through Britain. Last week I tied up in Paddington Basin. I had booked 2 nights on the dedicated moorings. It's a handy spot for getting into the city, with security patrols through the night and CCTV everywhere. It's probably as safe as you can be. I have to be in Limehouse Dock in 2 days' time to meet up with the members of St Pancras Cruising Club, who will be leading a flotilla of boats onto the tidal Thames. I could make Limehouse in 1 day, but rather than rush, I have booked a night at the Eco Moorings at King's Cross. It's a pretty windy day, but let's get going. The wind is swirling around these high buildings, and Moorland Rose is constantly being buffeted sideways. That was a close call as I crabbed past this floating restaurant. To prevent invasive weeds and floating rubbish getting into the basin area, the management company have installed a bubble curtain to keep the waterway clear. Underwater pipes release a constant stream of bubbles to form an air wall. It's a right turn here onto the Regent's Canal. We came in from the left in the last vlog. The 8.5 miles of the Regent's Canal, started in 1812, was completed in 1820, connecting the Regent's Canal dock, now better known as Limehouse, to the rest of the inland waterways. This allowed the transshipment of seagoing cargoes to canal boats to be delivered throughout the country, especially industrial Birmingham. The Regent's Canal and Little Venice are probably the most densely occupied areas of the whole network. Finding a mooring would be a nightmare, permanent or occasional. Maida Hill Tunnel only exists because landowners on the original line of the canal objected to the plans, so this more expensive route had to be cut. Lisson Grove doesn't know whether to refer to itself as a short tunnel or a long bridge. It can be listed as either, depending on the map. Originally an unloading point for barges delivering coal to feed the adjacent electricity station, Lisson Grove is now one of the largest waterside moorings managed by the Canal and River Trust in London. Unusual in that the width of the old wharf allows the moorings to be end-on. I think you probably need a large bank account to live around here. On the 2nd of October 1874, the Tilbury, a barge containing 2 or 3 barrels of petroleum and about 5 tons of gunpowder, exploded beneath this bridge, destroying both boat and bridge and killing 3 people. The iron columns were recovered and reused, but were turned 180 degrees, so that the smooth surfaces were facing the canal, rather than the grooved ones caused by the rubbing of old ropes. One of the highlights of cruising the Regent's Canal is passing through the grounds of London Zoo. It is nearly as old as the canal, being opened in 1828. As such, it is the oldest scientific zoo in the world, the brainchild of Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles, the founder of Singapore. A. Milne used to visit with his son Christopher Robin to see a black bear called Winnie. The short arm to our left is the grotesquely named Dead Dog Basin. Anyone want to guess at the name's origin? Camden Lock is a popular spot for gongoozlers. Not too many about today though. By quickly tying my stern line to the back of Neon Moon, she can bring both boats out of the lock while I close the gate on my side, then jump back aboard at the foot of the lock and release the rope. This flight of locks was originally paired to speed up traffic. Now, however, one side is sealed and used as an overflow. Neon Moon shares the next lock with a boat already in it. I'll wait my turn. I am joined in the lock by these two guys, who seem fairly new to boating. They had never heard of closing a lock up behind them. I'll still do my side. Is that a Banksy? These old gasometer structures have been converted into multi-million-pound studio apartments. I can get straight off as the locking will close up behind us. Thanks very much.
No worries, have a good day.
I have one night booked here at King's Cross, ready to go into Limehouse tomorrow. I leave the tunnel to find a queue of boats waiting to use the lock. I'll wait my turn. I am joined in the lock by Hakuna Matata, a Swahili phrase meaning no worries. I like it. The crew of Hakuna Matata offered to work the locks for me. Thank you. It's a great help. There's one by the climbing wall. The buildings beside the lock were originally stables for the boat horses. Thanks very much. I think there's another two following us down. I'll top up my water before heading into Limehouse. Thanks a lot. I am not sure how it happened, but I have lost the clips heading into Limehouse. But it's only one lock. Join me next week as I set off from Limehouse Basin and head out onto the tidal River Thames. Until then, stay safe. See you soon.